Let's get into this next story. So, babysitter murders the baby. Now, y'all, this story right here is crazy as hell. So, not to mention, this is just the babysitter. This is the best friend of the mother of the child. So you're not only my babysitter, but you're my best friend. We've known each other for years, right? And I know you got a child, and you know I got a child. So y'all can watch, you can watch them. You know what I'm saying? You can watch them. And so the mother said she had been watching her baby for a couple of months now. And one day she went to go pick up her child. This was June 11th or 16th. I'm gonna play a clip. She went to go pick up her child, and the child looked dizzy and all out of it. And so the babysitter friend told her he had ate some soap. So she then takes her child to the hospital, and next thing you know, he starts having seizures. Well, during the report, it comes out that this woman had threw the baby towards against the wall, shooken him, all in that one bout. He started bleeding out his ears at the hospital. The poor mom just losing it on camera, just losing it. And she said something interesting in this clip about her friend, and that I said was, wow, what a lack of communication between these two. But so let's get into this clip. This was very, very heartbreaking. This news clip here. And it was a 1-year-old. Crazy wench.
Say hi.
Now, this is her.
What? He's my best friend. He just have a type of egg.
All right, let me stop this. So this first little video clip that's about to play, I just wanted to catch you all. This first little video clip that's about to play, that's the actual suspect. That's the one who shook the baby. This is a video clip that she sent of her while she's watching the child to the mother. And then you'll start hearing the mother speak. So let us proceed.
Say hi. What? He's my best friend. He just have a type of energy where you come around him, you automatically feels better.
On Tuesday, Taylor Starks told us about the brutal beating of her 1-year-old son, Kyrie, at the hands of a trusted friend and babysitter.
She threw my son into the wall and shook him up pretty bad. But they said that's just a bit of what she did to him.
He's been in the hospital with no brain activity since June 13th. And Wednesday morning, Kyrie died a month shy of his 2nd birthday. His mom, Taylor, posting this on social media, saying she's crushed.
I'm only 18. I don't have a mom. I don't have a dad. I don't have any family. It's just me and my baby. That's my only blood relative I have.
Earlier this month, babysitter Kimora Hodges tried to tell Taylor her son was having an allergic reaction and she needed to come pick him up from this Roseville apartment complex. When she got there, Kyrie was having seizures, and soon Taylor learned this was not an allergic reaction at all.
He had blood force trauma to the head, and he was bleeding out his ears, where he had to have immediate brain surgery.
The babysitter has been arrested and arraigned for first-degree child abuse. Obviously, those charges could change if the child ends up passing away.
Roseville police now working with the Macomb County Prosecutor's Office on more charges against Hodges, who admitted to what she did.
Very cooperative, very regretful, remorseful for her actions, but it doesn't, obviously that doesn't take any of it back.
Hodges does have priors for domestic violence and is being held on a very high $250,000 bond, no 10%.
I'm so hurt that she did this to me. I would have never done this to her and her baby. I would have never hurt her.
We spoke with Macomb County Prosecutor Pete Lucido. He says they're waiting on an official autopsy for little Kyrie before deciding on those additional charges. Meantime, there is a GoFundMe page set up. You can find it at fox2detroit.com. Jessica Dupnack, Fox 2 News.
Whew. That is so sad. First of all, rest in peace to her baby. My condolences and my prayers go out to her and her family. And before I begin, I just want to make a mention. She has a GoFundMe. It's already raised this amount. I dropped a little $20 on behalf of the channel. But if you'd like to make a contribution to her GoFundMe, I'm dropping a link in the chat. Her goal was 17,000, 77,000 was raised. This is just a horrible case of a young girl being taken advantage of. I truly believe that old ass babysitter, her old rusty ass slum of a look. I mean, look, you can always tell a bitch is rusty of how far the first cornrow set in the bitch head. Look at that first main one. What she was trying to make a rap out of it. You uncouth ass bitch. And it feel like, to me, it seems like it's been something that she always been abusing that child. And this poor girl, 18-year-old with no mother, no father, you know, having no family, really relying on her for support. You took advantage of her. You took advantage of her by way of abusing her child, you know, treating him like shit. She probably was paying you for that time, and you just probably was a worthless ass piece of shit. I hope your children are gone and far away. I said, does this bitch need to go by poison slowly, or does this bitch need to be go by a firing squad quickly? And I want this bitch to go firing squad. I want her out. She don't need to have no more fucking breath in her lungs. How dare you? And it shook me up to know that somebody like this 18-year-old girl, which I consider to be very vulnerable because she's a young ass mother in my eyes, really relied on you as another woman to really help her out in this moment. Poor girl thought you was her fucking best friend. She led with, I thought you was, you know, my best friend. Are you kidding me? Who would want best friend or enemies when their best friends in their face will take their baby from them? She can never get this child back ever. Now I hope that all of this awareness and somehow it gets her closer to her real family, her biological family, or her custody family, or her adoptive parents. Because at a moment like this, you really need some family around you. Because if you don't, this can easily be her downward spiral. At an 18, being 18, this big traumatic thing just happened. You have no family or support. You're completely impressionable. All it takes is the wrong character or player to come around you to offer you some sort of remedy. And this could be your downward spiral. So my biggest hope is that I hope she gets closer to family, friends, somebody that's going to be loving to touch her, because this is she's definitely going to face depression. That's 9 months of a baby inside of your womb, 12 months of the baby being alive, of you familiar, being around them, waking up. You know, that's all you, that's crazy. That shit shook me this morning. I read it and I said, damn. I was like, how can we get her child back? What can we do? There's nothing you can get. There's nothing you can do to get this child back. And, you know, it may have been a sign that she had been abusing this child the whole way and the mother never knew. And this was the way. You got to get this child away from her. Like, you can't have kids around this woman. I'm shocked she couldn't tell this a lot earlier. I'm very shocked she couldn't tell this a lot earlier. Some folks don't know how to handle giving birth to children with disabilities, so they take it out on the child. I need to know what were the CPS calls about, because we're multiple visits to this nasty house and not social workers stepped up. Those social workers need to be exposed. It was multiple. It says that they had multiple visits to the house and they would keep giving the kids back, take them and give them back. My thing, when you remove kids from a house, the goal is not to have to remove them again, replace them somewhere and then remove them from that place again. But you're doing it at the same house multiple times. Yeah, you're right. Oh my, yes, I am so pissed about this story. Me too. So she's not just a babysitter. That's the child's auntie. Best friends are family to an extent. Wow, this is a fucking disgrace. Shaken. He was in the hospital for a while. I was really praying for this baby. It's crazy, Six. Oh my God, I am so over these bitches abusing children. Looks just like her. Oh my, yes, the things I would do to that bitch. Risa couldn't have been my cousin. I wish she'd had some family, because we'd have all rolled up on that bitch during that while they were still investigating or figuring this shit out. The cops would have got to her with some missing limbs. All she would have had was a back and a butt, arms and legs everywhere over the city. This bitch would have been gone. I think people don't understand, it's the pain. I can't imagine playing with my cousin's child and baby for a significant period of time, and all of a sudden a babysitter shook him up. What do you mean? How does that happen? How does that happen? I can't take this. Heartbreaking. Throw that itch under the jail. I feel for her. No family and lost her baby. This interview was before he passed. Oh my God, I'm in tears. Death penalty. Just why? I need 10 minutes with that murder. 10 minutes or less. It's too much. I know she's hurt. That interview was before he passed away, and I know she's tore up now. Gotta be. Well, I'm at a loss for words. Life in jail, period. That's what she should get. She is going to need so much therapy. Thanks for posting GoFundMe, of course. Why you got to come in here? Damn trolls. Can't stand you. I hope they throw her against the wall and shake her until she died. Oh, that would be a good one. Just shake that bitch head right up against a brick wall. Just shake that bitch. Just shake her. That will be a good release of just. Can you imagine just shaking a bitch? Just a good release of just some anger. And then slowly, and then get that bitch some poison, and then fire her on the hoe. She needs to feel what that baby felt, and then remove her from Earth. Said the truth is in the cornrow placement. That's knowledge from the ancestors. I'm telling you, honey, you got to set him way too far back, honey. Choosing violence for her as well. Okay, it's true. It's true. That's the story. It does. A back and a butt. Baby, limbs all over the fucking city. I am ready to be her family and send a kite. Okay, in the words, okay, a whole kite. Shout out to Tay Tay. I have a male cousin whose baby mama kept him from his child. Randomly, one day they received a call stating CPS had the child as the mom's apartment complex called it. Wow. And he didn't even know. Okay, thank you. I am, because I don't know how that just started happening after I had to block Bubbles. Ambrose, and it they do to her what she did to that kid, but worse. There were tests done and she was raped, and charges are brought against the mom. My cousins and I are looking for that bitch now. Whoa. What is wrong with some of these mothers? I wonder how old that mother is, Risa. How old she is. I don't know. I'm not even a mom, and you know, Kate, yeah, and I don't even have children. There's this understanding of protect them. They don't even know some of the shit that comes. They don't even fucking know. It's just, you got to just be there like, wait, what she say to you? What he say to you? Don't you know what I'm saying? So it's like, you can't even get that out your own mom. God damn. No wonder some of these kids get to a point where they want to be emancipated from the mother. So again, rest in peace to you, Kyrie, and much love and support goes out to this young mom, and I really hope somebody wrap their arms around you. Again, the link is in the chat if you want to support